There's a quiet power many women carry without even knowing it. It doesn't shout or demand attention. No flashy clothes, no grand gestures, just a presence that shifts the whole room. When she walks in, you feel it. You sense it. The energy shifts. People notice her, even if they can't quite say why. This is what we call unseen inner allure, a quiet but undeniable magnetism that lives deep within. It's not the kind of attraction that comes from bold lipstick or a curated Instagram feed. It's not about perfection, trend following, or being the loudest voice in the room. It's about presence, depth, subtle confidence. It's a power rooted in being rather than doing. You see, many women are taught to chase external validation, to look a certain way, speak a certain way, or act appropriate in order to be admired. But the truth is, the most captivating. Women often aren't the ones who try the hardest. They're the ones who are simply rooted in themselves. They exude a calm self-awareness, a quiet strength that speaks without words. It's the woman sitting at the back of the cafe, lost in a book, who seems totally absorbed in her own world, and yet people can't help but glance at her. It's the woman who listens more than she speaks, but when she does speak, every word feels like it carries meaning. It's the woman who laughs without filtering herself, whose body language is relaxed, whose vibe is grounded, not trying to impress, just simply being. That is the core of unseen allure. And the fascinating part? She doesn't usually notice it. She might even second-guess herself, wondering if anyone sees her at all. But in reality, people do. They feel her. Her energy lingers in a room even after she's gone. She leaves an impression, not because of what she wore, but because of how she made people feel. This kind of allure doesn't need to be taught. It's already there. It just needs to be recognized, activated, embodied. Because when a woman starts to realize that her authenticity, vulnerability, and presence are her true power, she stops seeking attention and starts attracting it naturally. So if you've ever felt invisible, if you've ever wondered why someone more done up gets noticed while you fade into the background, pause for a moment. What if the truth is, your power isn't in shouting louder? What if it's in embracing the very things you've been taught to overlook? Because true allure isn't something you wear. It's something you become, by dropping the performance and fully stepping into yourself. And that's exactly where your transformation begins. Have you ever noticed how some men act around you? Avoiding eye contact, stumbling over their words, or fidgeting nervously? Maybe they look away just when you catch their gaze, or seem awkward and unsure how to carry a simple conversation. At first glance, it might seem like disinterest or shyness, but here's the surprising truth. These behaviors often signal something very different. They are signs of admiration, a hidden compliment wrapped in nervousness. When a man behaves nervously around you, it's not because he's bored or indifferent. In fact, it's quite the opposite. His reactions are driven by being overwhelmed, by your presence, your energy, and the unique way you carry yourself. Your authentic self, the confidence, the aura, the inner allure, creates a ripple effect that can unsettle him. Not in a bad way, but in a way that shows you've made a powerful impact. Think about it. When we feel truly attracted to someone, it can throw us off balance. Our minds race, our bodies react without us controlling them. The pounding heart, the sweaty palms, the stumbling words, they're all part of this primal response to attraction. It's like our system is telling us, this person matters, pay attention, be careful. But for many men, especially those less experienced or more sensitive, this intense response comes out as nervousness. They don't have rehearsed lines or confident moves because the effect you have on them is real and unexpected. It's raw and honest, which is why it can come across as awkward. This nervous behavior, therefore, isn't a flaw or a sign of weakness. It's a powerful, albeit subtle, form of flattery. It means you have an energy that captivates and excites. You evoke a response so strong that it disrupts their usual composure. So next time you notice a man looking away suddenly or playing with his hands when talking to you, don't dismiss it. Instead, see it as a quiet sign that your presence has affected him deeply. This kind of nervousness can be a window into genuine admiration and respect. Understanding this can also shift how you interact with men who seem shy or awkward. Instead of interpreting their behavior as disinterest, you can recognize the hidden compliment they're giving you with their nervousness. This insight invites compassion and patience, allowing you to see past surface-level actions and appreciate the deeper feelings beneath. Moreover, it reminds you of the incredible power your presence holds. You don't need to be loud or flashy to create attraction. Sometimes it's the very essence of who you are that stirs strong reactions in others. Your calm confidence, authenticity, and emotional depth have the ability to disarm even the most composed men. In essence, nervous male behavior is like a secret handshake, a subtle, unspoken way men express their admiration without words. It's their way of showing that you matter enough to cause a flutter in their world. So embrace this understanding as you navigate your relationships. Know that when a man's nerves surface around you, it's a reflection of your unseen power. Your presence unsettles him not because you intimidate or overwhelm in a negative way, but because you truly captivate. Have you ever caught someone stealing a second glance at you? Maybe you weren't trying to catch anyone's attention, and you certainly weren't putting on a show. Yet somehow someone's eyes found you again, lingering just a moment longer, or flicking your way when they thought you wouldn't notice. That second look isn't about superficial vanity or surface-level attraction. It's something deeper. It's a silent acknowledgement of the unique energy you carry, a magnetic vibe that naturally draws others in, often without you even realizing it. The second look is powerful because it speaks beyond words or appearances. It's an unconscious response. People don't always know why they glance back at you, but there's something about your presence that sparks curiosity, admiration, or even a quiet fascination. It could be how you move through the world, the way your posture subtly communicates confidence, how your expressions carry warmth or mystery, or simply the way you exist comfortably in your own skin. These qualities create an invisible yet compelling aura that leaves an impression. Unlike the quick passing glance, a second look means something has registered deeply enough in someone's mind to make them look again. It's a subconscious recognition of your uniqueness. This moment of attention often happens when people feel drawn not just to physical appearance but to your energy, the intangible qualities that tell a story about who you really are. What makes this so fascinating is that you don't have to try to get that second look. It's not about dressing to impress or forcing a smile. It's about your authentic self, the natural rhythm of your body language, the sincerity in your eyes, the way you carry yourself without pretense. When you embrace that authenticity, you project a kind of confidence that is impossible to ignore. Others sense this, even if they can't quite put it into words. This second look is also a reminder that true presence is more than skin deep. It's about how you inhabit your body and your mind, how you express your emotions, and how you connect with the world around you. People are wired to notice this kind of energy because it signals vitality, self-assuredness, and emotional depth. Sometimes, this glance comes from strangers, which makes it even more revealing. When someone you don't know looks back, it shows that your energy transcends familiarity. It's universally magnetic. Whether you're walking down the street, standing in line, or sitting quietly in a cafe, your presence can capture attention in ways that feel almost magical. Recognizing the power of that second look can shift how you see yourself. Instead of doubting your impact or feeling invisible, know that you're already leaving marks on the world around you. That glance is proof that you matter, that you have a quiet yet undeniable way of influencing others. In a world where so much focus is placed on appearances, The second look invites us to celebrate something deeper, the energy we radiate when we are truly ourselves. So the next time you catch someone looking twice, smile inwardly, knowing that your authentic presence speaks volumes, far beyond what words or looks can capture. It's your silent signature, an unspoken message that says, I am here, and I'm noticed. Have you ever noticed how the compliments seem to come flooding in at the moments when you feel the least put together? Maybe you're tired, underdressed, or just not quite yourself. You might be carrying a bit of self-doubt, thinking you look off or less attractive than usual. And yet somehow, people still find something to praise, sometimes more than when you're perfectly styled or at your peak confidence. This paradox reveals a fascinating truth. Real, effortless appeal often shines brightest when you're simply being authentic, not trying to impress. There's something deeply magnetic about moments when your guard is down. When you aren't wearing a mask of perfection or trying to craft an ideal image, your true self naturally surfaces. This vulnerability, being seen in your raw, unfiltered state, creates an unexpected kind of allure. People can sense that you're comfortable in your own skin, even if you don't feel it. This comfort breeds a subtle kind of confidence that no amount of makeup or fashion can replicate. When you're feeling off, your energy shifts. You're not performing or projecting. You're just being. That kind of presence resonates with others on a deeper level because it's real and relatable. It reminds them that beauty isn't about flawless appearances. It's about the honest, imperfect humanity underneath. This authenticity has the power to connect and captivate far more than effortful perfection ever could. In those moments, compliments often come as genuine acknowledgments of your inner light, your kindness, your warmth, your sincerity. It's as if others are drawn to the quiet strength you radiate when you're not trying to fit a mold or meet expectations. This natural beauty is not about outward looks, but about the calm confidence that emerges when you accept yourself fully, even on your off days. Interestingly, this dynamic can also make you more approachable. When you're not projecting an image of perfection, people feel less intimidated and more comfortable engaging with you. They see the real person behind the surface, and that openness invites positive attention. Compliments, in these moments, are often sincere gestures of appreciation for the genuine energy you emit. The truth is, perfection can sometimes create distance. When you're meticulously styled or always on, others might admire you, but they can also feel a barrier, an unspoken sense that you're just out of reach. But when you show your imperfect human side, that barrier dissolves. People are reminded that everyone has moments of vulnerability, and those moments can be surprisingly beautiful. So next time you find yourself feeling less than your best, try to remember this. Your natural, unpolished self is incredibly magnetic. Those compliments you receive during these times aren't just random. They're a reflection of your realness shining through. Embrace those moments of authenticity, knowing that your true allure comes from being yourself, not from trying to be perfect. In a world obsessed with appearances and image, this is a powerful reminder. Real beauty is not about hiding flaws or always looking your best. It's about the quiet strength and inner calm that shine through when you simply allow yourself to be seen. And often, that's when you shine the brightest. Men who find themselves drawn to someone but also feel intimidated often use small, seemingly trivial reasons to start a conversation. These moments, asking for directions, commenting on something, random or pretending to need help, might seem unimportant or accidental on the surface. However, they are deliberate and carefully chosen strategies to break the ice and create an opening to connect. Attraction can be overwhelming, especially when a man feels unsure about how to approach someone he admires. Directly expressing interest or making a bold move might feel too vulnerable or risky, so he opts for low-pressure, everyday topics. These trivial reasons serve as socially acceptable ways to initiate contact without putting either person on the spot. Asking where the nearest store is, commenting on the weather, or borrowing a small item becomes a way to start a natural, casual exchange that feels safe. What's fascinating about these moments is how much intention is behind what appears to be a random interaction. Each seemingly insignificant question or comment is actually a subtle signal of interest. The man is drawn to your presence, your energy, and the impact you have on those around you, and even the smallest opportunity to engage with you is something he seizes. This behavior is not about the trivial subject itself, but about the chance it creates to be near you, to share a moment of connection. It shows that even when words stumble or the topic is simple, there's a deeper desire to get closer and understand you better. These little steps are important for men who feel vulnerable in expressing their feelings directly. They allow them to test the waters and build confidence. Often, these trivial approaches go unnoticed or misunderstood. Many women might dismiss such encounters as random or unimportant, missing the hidden compliment beneath. Recognizing these moments as deliberate attempts to connect shifts the perspective. What might have felt awkward or pointless now reveals genuine admiration and attraction. These small interactions also reflect a larger truth about human connection. Sometimes the most meaningful gestures are the quietest ones. While grand romantic gestures grab attention, these subtle steps demonstrate vulnerability, courage, and sincere interest. They reveal a man's willingness to move out of his comfort zone to be near someone who captivates him. Understanding this dynamic enriches how you experience daily interactions. What seems like a trivial question or casual comment might be a carefully chosen chance to connect. It's an invitation to recognize and appreciate the unspoken ways attraction and admiration can show up, quietly but powerfully, through even the smallest moments. There's something quietly powerful about a silent smile, a subtle curve of the lips that says so much without uttering a single word. It's a small, often unnoticed gesture, but when it happens in response to your presence, it carries a weight, far beyond the surface. This kind of smile is not random or casual. It's an instinctive, deeply genuine reaction to the energy you emit. When a man gives you that silent smile, it's his way of communicating, "I like you," without having to say it outright. It's a natural expression of attraction, admiration, or appreciation that bubbles up from within, triggered simply by who you are and how you carry yourself. Unlike forced or rehearsed expressions, these spontaneous smiles are authentic reflections of your magnetic presence. They arise unconsciously because you've made a meaningful impact. This silent smile happens when words feel inadequate, or when the moment doesn't call for a conversation, yet the connection is undeniable. It's as if his emotions are speaking, through his expression, revealing feelings he might not yet be ready to voice. This smile isn't about seeking attention or trying to be noticed. It's about your energy quietly drawing people in, influencing them on a deeper, instinctual level. What makes this gesture even more special is that it's often fleeting, a brief flash of emotion that can easily go unnoticed. But for those who recognize it, that silent smile is a clear sign of someone being moved or affected by you. It's a subtle acknowledgement of your presence, a moment of shared connection that happens without words but carries powerful meaning. It's important not to dismiss these smiles as insignificant or accidental. They are your energy doing the talking, your authenticity making an impression. This kind of nonverbal communication can be more telling than any verbal compliment or overt gesture because it comes from a genuine place inside the other person. It's pure and unfiltered. When you become aware of this, you start to see how much influence your energy holds, how simply being yourself can captivate and resonate with others on an unspoken level. This silent smile is a reminder that attraction isn't just about what you say or do. It's about the way you exist in your own skin, and how that existence impacts others. In a world filled with noise and distractions, These quiet moments of connection are rare and valuable. They show that deep impact doesn't always need grand gestures or words. Sometimes it's the smallest signs, a smile without a sound, that reveal the strongest feelings. So next time you notice that fleeting smile directed your way, don't overlook it. It's a secret message carried by energy, a silent testament to your magnetic presence and the powerful effect you have on those around you. Attraction doesn't follow rules or schedules. It simply happens. And sometimes, that magnetic pull you carry draws attention even from men who are already committed to someone else. You might notice a glance that lingers a little too long, a subtle shift in their demeanor, or a quiet moment of hesitation when your paths cross. It's easy to feel confused or even guilty about this kind of attention, but it's important to understand what's really happening beneath the surface. This isn't about right or wrong, or about provoking temptation. It's about the undeniable force of your energy, an essence so powerful that it commands notice regardless of the circumstances. When a man in a relationship finds himself drawn to you, it's not necessarily about physical attraction alone. More often, it's a deeper connection to the way you carry yourself, the vibe you exude, and the authentic presence you project without even trying. That longer-than-normal gaze isn't about vanity or superficial appeal. It's a reflection of your unique energy, something beyond appearances that catches attention and sparks curiosity. You don't have to be deliberately alluring or seek out attention for this to happen. Simply existing with quiet confidence and authenticity is enough to create an invisible pull that resonates with those around you. This kind of attention can stir up a range of emotions: surprise, discomfort, maybe even guilt. But feeling guilty about the magnetism you naturally possess isn't necessary or fair. Your energy is a gift, something intrinsic and real, not a choice you make or a weapon you wield. Owning that magnetism means recognizing your power without apology or doubt. It's crucial to remember that attraction is a natural human response, not something you control or cause intentionally. The responsibility for how others handle their feelings lies with them, not with you. You are not accountable for someone else's thoughts or actions, especially when those feelings arise simply from your authentic presence. Understanding this can shift how you perceive attention from taken. Men, instead of seeing it as a problem or a threat, view it as a complement to your inner strength and charisma. It means your energy is vibrant, resonant, and impactful, qualities that don't go unnoticed, even in complicated situations. Owning your magnetism means standing tall in your truth, without shrinking away or downplaying your power. It's about embracing who you are, fully and unapologetically, and trusting that the right people will appreciate you for exactly that. In a world where so much attention is often manufactured or forced, your natural allure shines differently. It's quiet, subtle, and deeply compelling. And when even men who are otherwise off-limits take notice, it's a reminder that your essence transcends ordinary boundaries and expectations. So don't feel conflicted or second-guess the impact you make. Celebrate your ability to attract, on a level that's not about anything external or superficial, but about the vibrant, authentic energy you bring into every space. That kind of attraction isn't something to hide. It's something to own and honor. In today's world, much of our connection happens through screens. Whether it's a quick social media scroll, a casual selfie, or a spontaneous video call. What's truly fascinating is how your energy travels across these digital spaces, often more powerfully than you might expect. You don't have to stage perfect poses, wear heavy makeup, or carefully craft every detail to get noticed. Sometimes the most casual posts, the ones where you simply show up as yourself, send out the strongest signals. Think about it. You post a simple selfie in a basic t-shirt, maybe right after waking up, no filters, no elaborate lighting. And yet, the direct messages start rolling in. Why? Because men, and people in general, don't just react to what's seen on the surface. They respond to what's felt beneath it all. It's your authenticity, your realness, and your unfiltered presence that vibrate through the pixels and into their hearts and minds. This kind of energy isn't something you can fake or manufacture with a flawless photo shoot. It's organic, raw, and honest. When you're not trying too hard to impress, when you let your guard down and just be, that natural vibe shines through the screen. It creates a connection that's more about who you are than what you look like. The beauty of this phenomenon is that it democratizes attraction. It means you don't need expensive makeup, designer clothes, or professional lighting to captivate. Your real beauty, your true presence, travels through technology effortlessly. That simple snapshot or quick video clip becomes a window into your soul, revealing your personality, warmth, and spirit far more than any curated image ever could. Moreover, this energy resonates because it's relatable. People are drawn to what feels genuine. In a digital world saturated with highly edited, overproduced images, authenticity stands out like a beacon. It's refreshing and magnetic. Men pick up on that vibe subconsciously. They sense the confidence and comfort you have in your own skin, even without all the extras, and it pulls them in. So next time you hesitate to post something basic or too real, remember, that's exactly what makes it powerful. You don't have to be a model or an influencer to have magnetic appeal online. What matters most is that you're showing up as your authentic self. Your energy travels through the screen, connecting with others in ways that no filter or pose ever could. This is a reminder that true beauty isn't about perfection. It's about presence, being fully you without apology or pretense. And when you embrace that truth, you'll find that your natural allure shines even in the simplest moments. It can be puzzling when a man showers you with compliments, makes you feel seen and special, and then suddenly disappears, only to come back as if nothing happened. At first glance, this kind of behavior might feel confusing, frustrating, or even like a game. But the reality behind this pattern is far more honest and revealing than simple mind games or manipulation. When a man pulls back and then returns, it's often not about playing hard to get or testing your patience. Instead, it reflects how deeply your presence affects him, how profoundly you shake his inner world. True attraction can stir up powerful emotions in men, sometimes leaving them overwhelmed and unsure of how to proceed. They aren't always comfortable navigating the intensity of their feelings, especially if it brings up vulnerability or fear of rejection. This push-pull dynamic comes from a place of processing, not manipulation. When he compliments you and then pulls away, he's likely stepping back to sort through his emotions. Your energy and presence might make him feel unworthy or uncertain, because you touch a deeper part of him that he's not used to facing. His retreat isn't a sign of disinterest. It's a sign that he's grappling with the impact you have on him. Think about it this way. You aren't just any woman to him. You represent something powerful and unfamiliar, a magnetic force that challenges his usual comfort zone. That can make a man feel vulnerable in ways he's never felt before. So instead of diving head first, he steps back to recalibrate, to make sense of what he's experiencing inside. Then, when he returns, it's often because he can no longer resist the pull your energy has on him. This back and forth can feel like a roller coaster, but it reveals an important truth. Your power lies not just in how you show up outwardly, but in how deeply you affect others emotionally. When a man disappears and resurfaces, it says more about your magnetic effect on him than his intentions or commitment level at that moment. It shows that your presence unsettles and fascinates him simultaneously. Understanding this dynamic helps remove the frustration and confusion. It invites patience and compassion for both yourself and him. Instead of interpreting his behavior as a game, recognize it as a sincere and sometimes clumsy attempt to manage intense feelings. It's a sign that you have stirred something meaningful in him, even if he's not fully ready to express it consistently. So the next time a man compliments you and then pulls away, remember, he's not playing. He's processing the profound impact you have on him. And when he returns, it's because your energy is impossible to ignore. This pattern isn't about mind games. It's about real emotional complexity sparked by genuine attraction. In the end, this push and pull shows your strength. You have the ability to shake a man's world. And that's no small thing. It means you are magnetic, authentic, and deeply impactful, even when his behavior seems confusing on the surface. Embrace this truth, knowing that your power is felt, even in the moments when he steps back. The quiet power you hold often goes unnoticed by you, yet it leaves a lasting impression on everyone around you. It's a paradox many women face. While you may doubt your own effect, you naturally radiate a magnetic presence that draws people in effortlessly. You don't have to try to impress or put on a show. Your power isn't loud or flashy. It's subtle, genuine, and deeply rooted in who you are. True allure isn't about lighting up a room with bright lights or extravagant gestures. It's about the way you simply walk into a space and command attention without saying a word. It's the energy you carry, the quiet confidence, authenticity, and calm assurance that speak louder than any words or appearance ever could. This power is invisible yet palpable. People feel it even if they can't quite explain why. One of the most fascinating things about this quiet power is how effortless it is. You don't need to push yourself to be noticed because your presence naturally stands out. It's not about what you wear, how you look, or how much you say. It's about the essence you carry within. When you stop doubting your worth and begin to embrace your true self, your energy aligns. This alignment creates a magnetic force that pulls people toward you in a way that feels natural and sincere. Recognizing your own worth is the key to unlocking this energy. Doubt and insecurity dim your light, but self-acceptance and confidence make it shine brighter than you realize. When you truly believe in yourself, you stop chasing validation and start living from a place of inner strength. That shift transforms your energy. It becomes authentic, steady, and impossible to ignore. Another powerful aspect of your quiet influence is the way it lingers even after you leave. Your presence creates a space that stays with people, a sense of warmth, intrigue, or inspiration that doesn't fade immediately. When you walk away from a conversation or a room, the absence you leave behind is felt. It's a silent reminder of the impact you have, a testament to the subtle power you wield every day. This lasting impression isn't about vanity or ego. It's about the deep connections you forge simply by being yourself. It's the way your energy resonates with others, making them feel seen, understood, or uplifted. You don't have to perform or prove anything. Your quiet power does the work for you. So if you've ever questioned your own effect on others, it's time to see yourself through a clearer lens. You are more captivating than you think, not because of anything superficial, but because of the authentic energy you bring to every space. Your power isn't loud or demanding. It's gentle, steady, and profoundly impactful. Embrace the truth that you don't need to try hard to impress. Your presence alone is enough. When you own your worth, your energy naturally aligns and radiates, touching everyone you meet. And when you step away, the space you leave behind carries a silent but undeniable echo of your quiet power. In the end, this is your greatest allure, an unseen, effortless strength that shapes the world around you simply by being you. Thanks for tuning in. If this resonated with you, don't just scroll away. Hit subscribe, tap the like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss content that speaks to your deeper self. Know someone who needs this message? Share it with them. Your support helps us keep creating content that matters. See you in the next video.